Hey there guys, VTuber Cringe, Kuri Rinji here, once again bringing you the worst out of the VTuber community. And this time, at least it's not Twitter. It could have possibly been Twitter, but we covered that in the last video. Consider this one a sort of a continuation on the last topic, in which Twitter gets very upset about the VTuber Pipkin Pippa of Face Connect playing Hogwarts Legacy and calling out Twitter people for it. They got really mad. I won't get into the details of that situation, you can watch the previous video. But for right now, it seems that Reddit has also found Pipkin Pippa and her Twitter thread regarding Hogwarts Legacy, and they had a lot to say. I'm not too familiar with Reddit myself, I don't go to it. All the experiences I have with Reddit have been more or less positive, but I'm guessing that's because I went into the right threads and read opinions and discussions from people that were somewhat reasonable. But this particular Reddit, which I didn't know of the existence before, called r/gaming circle jerk, seems to be one of those left-leaning, extremely left-leaning, you could say leftoid subreddits, and from what you guys seeing on the right side kind of defines what you're gonna get out of this thread. This site is Harry Potter free. Looking for it, leave. Some of the rules of this subreddit: don't be a dick. No personal information, no spoilers. The don't be a dick rule is gonna fly out of the window very soon as we get into this thread. So without further ado, let's see what's up. Spending $60 and playing something you dislike to own the libs. As someone completely out of the loop with VTubers, is the Harry Potter game destroying the entire VTuber community? It feels that way from some of these Reddit posts. It's a huge source of controversy in the VTubing community right now, since a lot of VTubers will swear up and down their trans allies, but then still go and stream the game, funding one of the biggest and most influential TERFs in the UK right now. Like, it's not even, oh yeah, JK Rowling is a bigot. No, her words have been cited on Parliament when passing anti-trans laws. She's platformed anti-choice activists who happen to also be transphobic, and she's funded a lot of anti-trans laws as well. She's an active danger to trans people. It doesn't help that the entire situation is emboldening a lot of transphobic VTuber fans into saying some of the worst shit imaginable about trans people because people are pointing out the harm the game's success is going to do in the long run. Some truth to this post. A lot of that stuff is stretching a lot of the truth, and there are videos about not outright debunking, but clarifying some of these statements made here. I'll probably link some of those in the video description later, so you guys can check them out for yourselves and formulate your own opinion about J.K. Rowling, as this is not a J.K. Rowling condemnation video or a J.K. Rowling blame video. This is not that kind of thing. We're here to laugh at Reddit. As an unironic weeb, these shitheads make me want to become a pro-trans, non-fascist VTuber. There's gotta be unmet demand for non-insane VTubers. I think the more insane you get, the more traction you get, as you are something outside of the box. You're entertaining, even if your insanity is real. But, you know, the people that are sounding very fascist really like to say they're non-fascist. I'm just gonna say that. VTubers try not to hate minorities. Challenge impossible. Exceptions may be granted to certain minority VTubers on a case-by-case basis. Cult behavior. And once again, if you already watched my previous video on this has nothing to do with minorities. This has everything to do with hating Twitter people that are so obnoxious they won't let people play the stupid wizard game, as well as going out of their way to constantly gaslight, harass, and guilt trip others that want to play it. I used to fear getting old and being out of the loop. However, seeing all the weirdos crawling out of the woodwork to defend such a terrible game definitely makes me glad I don't keep up with this shit and have no idea who this person is. Based. Rent-free in your heads. As you can see from this type of subreddit, everyone that would be supporting Pippa, calling her based, red pill, or whichever other term you want to use, is gonna be downvoted to heck and back. I had random people on the internet, and this series, I'm gonna spend money on the series. I also hate just to piss off people I hate. Imagine caring about people you don't know, lol. Chronically online behavior, and the people you hate aren't even watching. Well, you know, that's not necessarily true, because hate watchers are a real thing, and based on Pippa's activity and based on her last stream, she did a lot of numbers, quite a lot more than she usually gets. So, if anything, that singular callout alone was good enough for Pippa to profit. So, all in all, you can be mad, but she's gonna thrive anyway. This comment section is hilarious. I'd rather be born in the wrong body and have to transition into a girl than be born so ugly I have to transition to an anime character. I sincerely doubt most people would want to do that. I mean, gender dysphoria is a terrible thing when it comes to feeling good inside your own body. That's like one of the primary concerns most humans have to have. And, you know, your entire world can fall apart just because you're not able to feel well inside your own body. And comparing that to an anime avatar is quite the reach there. People on Twitter, translation, trans people, they hate the franchise but support trans genocide more. That's what is being said here. Oh, that's what you're saying. No one that's normal thinks that or says that. Game is shit. Fuck Harry Potter. I don't know if she's like a Nazi or something, but I definitely hate her ass. Their mascot literally has the trans flag colors. Come on, man. Not everything pink with blue stripes is gonna be some kind of transgender flag statement color. It's a very common color scheme, and transgenderism didn't invent that. So claiming it as that is very silly indeed. It's a good thing you're accomplishing something, right? Trying to boycott this game or even myself complaining about how bad an idea that is won't help anyone. However, calling lawmakers, state and federal, to stop the bills that deny healthcare surrounding any hormone treatment or organ removal will show support for trans people and hopefully prevent attacks on medical access and attacks on trans people. Calling Republicans and asking politely is sure to work. Sarcasm. Obviously, don't call the fucking Republicans, but I bet the Democrats lawmakers don't fully understand the full effects of these bills. Republican lawmakers need to be protested and called out for the horrendous shit they pull. Fat lot of good calling Dems has done, considering the majority of awful shit is getting passed in red states. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not familiar or have really heard any Democrats pushing anti-trans bills. The majority have the GOP states in the South and Western states. A lot of these lefty threads will always go back to lefty discussions, even if it's a very gaming focused subreddit, I guess. But a lot of places that have these kinds of politically charged discussions will always get back to the current thing. But you know, trying to shut down the discussions of oh, maybe you guys should focus on something more important instead of a weird anime cartoon rabbit VTuber playing a game and shitting on people on Twitter. Just, you know, just a suggestion there. How many more insufferable VTubers run by white women? They're also secretly reactionary pieces of shit I'm gonna have to sit through. Why is there a swarm of pedo bait VTubers I never heard of coming out as turf? Okay, now this VTuber is doing it on purpose. Pipkin Pippa targets 4chan demographic as her main audience. She's also pretty openly a Nazi. One may come to the conclusion that with no face to be tracked to people can truly be their worst. I hate this 4chan bootlicking pick me ugly fucking rabbit so much. It's not about owning the libs. It's about owning the bullies that thought they could control what people do by saying everyone is afraid of them. Maybe be kinder next time you want people to listen to your cause. She's a Nazi, you twit. She's the bully. Pay the fuck attention. Don't open your toothless gob. Anarcho-capitalist skull emoji. See, if they only listen to reason, if they only let people play a dumb video game, none of this could have happened. None of the harassment on either side, none of the trolling would have ever happened. If you just let people play a singular fucking game. But no, we're in month 2 of this nonsense and it's not dying down whatsoever. VTubers are graduating, VTubers are getting harassed. Random people that have nothing to do are getting harassed by either of the sides. It's a huge fucking mess and it's not about to stop anytime soon. You're gonna be noticing a lot of comments that are gonna be moderated and deleted. I guess the Redditor mods couldn't help them. This one's especially funny. Safe breach detected. Quarantine activated. What does being a lie mean to you exactly? What are you doing to support the trans community? What are you doing to support the straight community? Why do you have to care whether you like to wear a penis or not? You know, straight people have literally never been attacked for being straight, right? LMAO. Well, they might not be attacked in real life, but they sure as fuck are attacked on Twitter of all places. And it's not something that has just happened just recently. There's a lot of people going around just insulting others for being cisgendered for whatever fucking reason, thinking it's some kind of insult to be of a most common sexuality and gender identity that matches your appearance. But you know, for some people, for whatever reason, it became an insult. I will never understand it, but you know, gender and identity politics are like that. People are just gonna be insulting one another no matter what. Nazi trash should eat all the shit. They can't say queer, so they say Twitter people. Twitter blank is the new woke. It's really funny how they're immediately gone to substituting trans people to people on Twitter. Like there's absolutely see who they're talking about. Those uppity transes who won't stop complaining about the boots on their necks. What did one VTuber say? Twitter videos, something like that? Twitter freaks. Yeah, I've seen a couple of people say freaks on Twitter in reference to trans people. It's a dog whistle at this point. See, this is referencing to Silverveil's comments about Twitter bullies, not any kind of gender identity or any particular type of people. It was specifically used by Silverveil in order to describe the people that harass others and that bully others. But these same people that say this is a dog whistle made the dog whistle. So you're the ones to blame if it actually becomes a dog whistle for actual hateful people. So congratulations, shooting yourself in both feet and then gnawing on them and throwing them into the wood chipper. Good job. Didn't another member of the same VTuber company also tweet "get the rope" in regards to trans people? It was Twitter people or something, but like pretty easy to read through the lines, and lack of oversight is really telling. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's the exact attitude that got Trump elected. Haha, let me be funny. Going back to that previous one for a second. This one is referencing Tenma, also of Face Connect. Tenma was specifically saying it about no fun people that's ruining everyone's fun, and she said that they will get the rope. Very edgy, I know, but Tenma is not a VTuber that fucks around, and she specifically made a reference to the bullies, not everyone else. Her management even bonked her slightly and told her she needs to clarify, otherwise these people will run with this narrative. And lo and behold, they did. Clarifications are not important, as they don't even have enough information to make a proper judgment about it. But yeah, it is what it is. LOL, you don't give a shit about any of that. Fuck off, wanker. Whatever this comment was really made someone mad. The other day I was driving down the street and I hit a cyclist. The guy's legs was broken and he looked like he was in a lot of pain. His bike was totally trashed. While he was waiting for the police ambulance to arrive, he had the audacity to get mad at me, saying that I should pay attention to where I'm going and that I shouldn't be driving in the bike-only lane. What bullshit. I explained to him that he's a hypocrite. How he get mad at me when he uses an iPhone that is made in a Chinese sweatshop? How could he possibly have a leg stand on when his clothes were made by slave labor in SE Asia? If he eats meat or uses gasoline or plastic, what's a little broken leg compared to incalculable damage factory farming or the petroleum industry cause? What a selfish prick. Everyone knows that as long as these serious threats to life as we know it exist, no other problems are important and should not even attempt to be solved. Humanity can only attempt to solve exactly one problem at a time. If this is actually referring, to just playing a fucking video game, there's having problems and they're solving multiple problems that are around the world, serious problems, but there's something called a priority and actual provable damages, not to mention things that provably contribute to fixing something. But I don't think telling others not to play a fucking video game and then ceaselessly gaslighting, guilt-tripping them and harassing them is really winning any particular points with anybody. Any normal person will see that and tell you you are insane. So this insane fucking straw man just falls apart and gets set on fire. Have priorities, for fuck's sake. Ignore Pippa. From what I've seen over the last couple of months, she's only there to be controversial and appeal to the base crowd of teens looking to jerk off to something that appeals to their gamer sensibilities. Paying attention to her is the worst thing you can do. I also like how she pretended it's Twitter people she's owning, being a coward and avoiding the actual group of people she's targeting with this shit. She could just admit she's a transphobe and her base would only love her more. Well, people won't admit that because she doesn't fucking think that, but again, you will think whatever you want to think. Nah, her base already knows. The alt-right loves to dance around the credible deniability argument. The second they drop the mask, they're not as marketable towards normies anymore. Yeah, seriously, I doubt she's just a big edgy gamer, considering some of the things I've seen in her clips. Lots of dancing around her actual opinions, calling them funny jokes. Hell, she's openly a fan of Mr. Mitaker, and was one of his streams. Kinda says it all, really. You can make edgy jokes at the expense of a lot of things, but you don't necessarily need to hold particular views when you're making jokes about something. And even joining the streams of someone that has differing views from you doesn't necessarily mean that you agree with everything that they say. Sometimes you may be a fan of some particular aspect of that person, there's nuance to these things, but seeing things in black and white helps you to just be mad at things. So, continue to be mad. It's honestly amazing how this tactic always works. I was a teen through the Gamergate era, where all of these tactics were first used on a large scale. So I had them used on me. Since I was the target demographic at the time, I thought people were used to them by now. Guess not. I don't want to get into Gamergate, but Gamergate in 2023 is over. Sooner or later, this is gonna be over a fucking decade late to this discussion, and has really fuck all to do with anything. Remember when they made the subreddit where they spoke in baby talk and he used racist frog meme for credible deniability, and Reddit admins nuked the subreddit even though the Reddit admins will refuse to do anything but legitimate hate subs? I mean, your sub is pretty fucking hateful as far as I can see it. Like, calling random people Nazis and all the other worst things. But you know, Reddit is Reddit. You can't expect anything more out of them. I don't know how we're going to explain the one that one to the aliens when they show up. They what? Yeah, the old friend world or something of the sort. They were making memes and commenting in the weird baby talk, the way you're using the terms like friends, and all that. Then they used air conditioning when that was banned. I think it was Labradors. I love spending $60 and getting 600 back in return due to the higher view counts. Pippa, no! Bro, gonna be transphobic, looking like Sylveon. Sylveon is also weirdly co-opted by transgender people just for the color scheme. The desire for validation in weird cartoon animals and color schemes is incredibly weird to me. But I won't comment on that further because I'll be just going around in circles at this point. Pretty sure Pippa is a chud. She went on onto Medicare's stream one time and was fangirling pretty hard. Just seems strange she's more right-leaning than that she'd be a VTuber. How is she not dropped by Face Connect? The fact she hasn't been dropped, even with the fact that at best she's an alt-right 4chaner and at worst a Nazi, is proof that at best the owner of the company and her co-workers don't care about paying working with a fash. And at worst are one themselves and just haven't had a chance to show it yet. One of my friends who follows VTubers more than me showed me a now deleted tweet from Tenma. Another person in the agency where she wished death on every trans person. No, she fucking didn't. So it seems like she leaned towards actual fash who hasn't had an excuse to show it yet. The rest remain to be seen, I guess. Best 2 for 2 on people in the company who have exposed their political opinions, and those politics being fash gets the noggin jogging. I guess I made the right call. I'm never watching Face Connect. Most of Face seems to lean the same community. Tenma went full lynch mob made in no subtle terms. What do you mean by this? In response to Pipkin leaving this is dumb and stupid. Thundering cunts get the rope. Then management told her to clarify, so she followed with up. The bullies, get the rope, you fucking idiots. She literally killed a trans boy and the police refuses to charge her. I've not heard anything about this before, but that seems far-fetched that the police won't arrest a murderer because oh, cute girl. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? I have no idea what you mean, but this seems like a incredible leap in logic, and I don't even know what this is. It's so fucking weird. What the fuck are you trying to tell me? Got your attention and effort though. Ask Squeezy if all attention is good attention. That hard facts are people who act like this, have skeletons, and bringing attention causes people to dig. She might not have a YouTube channel in a month. Well, Pippa is very open about a lot of things in her life, and she herself tells a lot of time that, you know, not all the things that she did in her life were too good and would label her as a good person. But she's open about a lot of things. I think she's gonna be okay, but that's just me. Hogwash stance. Nobody's subjecting themselves to the work mob for internet cloud. Are you nuts? My waifus are innocent and deserve to be protected. This VTuber. Bro has really posted dozens of comments in the last hour simping for a VTuber while telling other people to go outside. LMFA. Oh, you're a fucking joke. I mean, if this was them defending people, I can also understand it, but you guys are also shitting and stretching the truth, reaching incredibly hard in order to shit on the VTuber. You're, in that sense, no better than the person you're calling out. It's a dog whistle. Cough. Linking to a subreddit, which we're gonna be looking at in a moment too. What the fuck? The comments. Fortune brain dot, the comments section. This is the other subreddit, r/forwards from Klundma, which is supposed to be, to my knowledge, a satirical subreddit. But this particular post from months ago, links to a burner account on Twitter that is trying to pin all kinds of things on Pippa, like you know, having alt-right neo-Nazi sympathies, talking about kiwi farms, thinking people on kiwi farms are good people, Pippa making edgy jokes about people, even going as far as saying that she apparently denied the Holocaust. But if you go to the subreddit, which I might link in the description below too, you'll find that the burner account is taking clips, a lot of them out of context, and a lot of them just misconstrue what Pippa has been saying. But you know that it is what it is. So you make sure to find out it on your own. Why the fuck is the comment section flooded with so many dumbasses? The mods do mods not fucking check this post? A lot of little Nazi weebs running around Reddit today. She tweeted about the Wizard game today, so the transphobe nutcases are all name searching her to find more about their new queen. Her doing all that with the voice and anime avatar is grotesque on a different level. You remember the YouTuber Squeezy? Yep, Pipkin gives me massive Squeezy vibes. I'm sure I'd be shocked at the skeletons in her closet, or maybe not at this point. And now she's playing Hogwarts Legacy because she hates the franchise but hates the people on Twitter more. She hated it so much she paid $60 for it. Like, what? LOL. I'm quite sure she made at least 100 times more having played the game and streaming it, but you know, who cares about that? People in the comments being like, oh, that makes Pippa better, wow. Made me realize free speech is a wet dream. If you forced all you right-wingers to shut the fuck up, maybe humanity would actually progress as society instead of arguing with a group of attention-seeking virgins with a neurodegenerative prefrontal cortex. Sadly, if you take away their free speech, they'll do something childish like shoot up the White House. I won't even go into dismantling lefty fucking narratives, but they really hate free speech. They really hate others having their own opinions, and they really like to perceive everyone as hateful, even though from the context alone, I hope you guys see that the hatefulness resides deep within them. So they are what they hate. This is why all VTubers and their fans deserve every bit of mockery. I like some VTubers, but they report and stop watching if some said that crap she's spewing here. All the little Jones in the comments going based never grew up past the age of 13, and it shows. Supporting a neo-Nazi isn't cool, guys. You generally look like a stupid idiot to normal everyday people. People seeing political activists, no matter which side you're going to be taking, either left-leaning or right-leaning, they're gonna be seeing the extremes you go to call the other side hateful, and will tell you both of you are very exceptional people, and they will just go about their day. At worst, you ridiculize others against you, so it really doesn't help anything. It really fucking doesn't. The best thing you do is to stay off the fucking internet, because it's a cesspool. Holy hell, this is horrific. I had watched some clips on their comments in relation to Silverware and Hogwarts on YouTube. The families aren't better, unfortunately, as some of them have her with violent comments she has made. Please get a life. Stop watching VTubers, you fucking loser. Reddit gold. It's baffling how Twitch will allow this platform to clear hate speech. Also, I agree with the person in the comments, Nazis can die. VTubers should have never left Japan. Where's the same energy for people like Nyanners who actually said things like this? Oh, I'm sure once these people are done with Pippa and others, they will look up Nyanners' past and see it hasn't been very kosher. Might do a video at that at some point. Maybe deep dive into Nyanners' content, but for now, just know that Nyanners is has a nice set of skeletons in her own closet as well. Based on what? In your dick? Please shut the fuck up and use words properly, you fucking troglodyte. Do you think God gave us freedom of speech just to spew random words that have no meaning, that doesn't even correlate to the topic of the conversation? Like, please, you always complain why no one talks to you or no one expresses their opinions on you because you're always spewing random shit like poggers, based, cringe, and when you try to explain what it is, you just say it's funny. Like, what? What the fuck is funny about that you do think you'll just become a stand-up comedian that will get standing ovation just because you said come in the stage? Oh no, you fucking idiots. So please shut the fuck up and use words properly, you dumb bitch. This feels like a copy pasta, and if it isn't, I hope it becomes one. They're all such fucking bots too, saying the exact same NPC dialogue 3 lines over and over. The same fucking based, I like her even more now. Aren't I such a cool and edgy free thinker for not caring about bigotry that's led to the loss of countless lives because it doesn't affect me? Comment repeated ad nauseum. Having to read the same NPC energy comments from chuds and ad nauseum makes me appreciate copy-paste responses so much. The based on what one is my favorite. Can you share the based on what copypasta? That sounds like funny as hell, lol. You gotta remember, Reddit, although unlike 4chan, is really leaning towards the kind of social platform 4chan is with all these incels. You know, the people complaining about others being NPCs sure like to use word incels, chud a lot, whatever the fuck it means to these people. You know, somehow in all my years I've managed not to have accusations of fascism credibly drop against me, so maybe it's just bigotry against fuckable cartoon rabbits. Well, that's a compliment towards Pippa that you think she's fuckable. I'm sure she's gonna appreciate that sometime down the line. She's not a cartoon rabbit. She's a cartoon human with rabbit ears. Lola is a cartoon rabbit. Judy is a cartoon rabbit. Haru from Beastar is a cartoon rabbit. Also, Bugs Bunny represents all the positive aspects of being gender fluid, which helps so many trans people and gender non-conforming people to be more open about themselves. Don't compare this cheap knockoff authentic rabbit girls and boys. Are they referring to the fact that Bugs Bunny often cross-dresses to make jokes? Well, whatever you think is a positive representation of gender-fluid people, I guess a cartoon rabbit that beats people up and you know places bombs and makes funny "What's up, dog" jokes. But you know, if that's the positive representation you want, you do you. The other one that fake cried with no crying animation, fat tits bouncing is not in fact a rabbit. I've been told she's a donkey. A wolf anime donkey. A wanky. My favorite Pokemon. Wanky. I wish these people read what they write because as it states in my name, I cover cringe and this is very cringe-worthy. It makes my face distort to a grimace. A not very good looking one at that. I guess it's nice to have my knee-jerk reaction from watching one clip that she seemed like an obnoxious jackass validated. Jesus Christ, I watched some of the clips in that post and even ignoring the gross Nazi shit. How the fuck can anyone bear listening to that voice for more than 30 seconds? Inscrutable screeching baby talk affectation. Ugh. Christine Schall, without any of the charm, wit, or sense of adulthood, generally unbearable baby speak. I have no idea what that is, but as a Pippa fan, I'd say Pippa has plenty of charm. She's plenty witty, and gassing her up. Yeah, that's standard VTuber voice. What a Nazi bitch! I sincerely hate gamers. A cute anime child-like character talking about aggressively anti-Semitic conspiracies. The internet is sure an odd place. People like conspiracies doesn't necessarily mean she believes any of that shit. It's really just amusement to her and entertainment. Crazy how I dropped her yesterday before seeing any of this. Did you know? Oh, are they just trying to make a point? Finally, a real reason for me to hate VTubers outside of I don't get it. The pie chart of people who stream Hogwarts Legacy and bigoted pieces of shit is inevitable one big white circle. That comment section is hilarious. I would say it's sad, hilariously sad, considering that's a 4-month-old post in a satirical sub criticizing racists and Nazis is getting bigoted comments even now. But yeah, it is pretty sad. I watched how my grandpa put down rabbits when I was a kid, just as a side note. I watched my grandpa put down humans in World War II, just as a side note. I watched how I put down humans in my basement, just as a side note. Yeah, you guys are normal. You guys want that real world violence, it seems, against the cartoon rabbit. Once again, you do you. You look like angry lunatics all you want. You'll just... You won't get allies with that kind of attitude, that's for sure. Taking a look at their content tells you exactly who they are pandering to. They got it tried really hard, they hooked themselves to that kind of viewership. Me when I get famous of my hot and sexy anime virtual avatar. Again, they can't help themselves but find Pippa attractive. Now it's more that she apparently is ironically a Nazi, or at least hangs out with openly supports alt-right people. Yeah, I subbed to her for a bit because she seemed funny based off clips, but then I showed up to one of her streams and I didn't like the vibes at all. I looked into her a little more and it's just completely spelled out reactionary. I've since unsubbed and went ahead and made sure not to even watch anyone from the same company. Oh, if this thread doesn't make you a reactionary, I don't know what else is supposed to. Boycotting that company is definitely the right thing to do. But more importantly, you should always try, if you have the energy and motivation, to research a bit about the people you want to support to avoid giving money to lunatics with weird opinions. If you have a political opinion, hopefully you realize that everything is political. Everything is always political. I mean, I never gave them any money, but also prior to this, I hadn't ever really encountered reactionary VTubers, so I never thought to check. Most of them sort of avoid any kind of political discussion in general. You know, if you only checked what kind of nonsense each popular corporation is involved with that makes common household items, you'd not want to use anything ever fucking again. You'd want to live in the woods to keep your principles straight and narrow. But you know, video game bad, current thing bad, got to get on that, not anything else, just that. Until the new current thing arrives. I'm not even on Twitter. I just know real trans people, and even if I didn't, I know they exist. Twitter people and people from Twitter is quickly becoming a dog whistle for the wokiest mob. I mean, you're making it into one yourselves, so once again, you have yourselves to blame. Damn! Now they're doing dog whistles for dog whistles. Reaction just keeps on reacting. You have to fill the entire spectrum of hate from disinterested to mouth foaming and give them each a thought-terminating cliche to recite and a name to call the enemy. I mean, again, that's what you do. You stretch the truth. You're angry at a cartoon anime VTuber rabbit, and you're calling her a Nazi and all the worst things under the sun. If that's not reactionary, if that's not looking for enemies, I don't know what is. Which is strange, considering it's actually being transformed into Truth Social 2.0 by Musk. Come on, Face Connect L. True, I just like V-Shoujo's food. She explicitly pro-trans, her brother is a trans man, she just seems generally nice. She's also a goth, and that's always a plus. RJ, unfortunately, she's British, though. Oh... The things you people don't know about fruit. One day we'll get into fruit, but once again, it's the case of, well, a whole army of skeletons in your closet. I'll just say that. Isn't that the VTuber who walks all day in VT and occasionally Paul promoting herself? I don't doubt it, she's pretty awful. Holy crap, that's not something I thought I'd read today. I don't think she needs to promote herself, per se. I think... A lot of people will do that, either to shit on her or to, you know, because she has all kinds of fans. She can't help the fans she has, and if you think like she does dog whistles or any kind of that shit, she has more reasonable people following her than whatever you think follows her from Paul or any other 4chan adjacent places. Honestly, good. One Nazi, this VTuber in particular happens to be one, playing this game to make a statement is a drop, but enough drops together form an ocean. Truly convenient of these people to drop the mask like that. makes curating my online experience a lot easier. Shut the fuck up and play it if that's what you really want. Just don't pretend you're an ally later or seek someone to rub your back and validate your shitty choice. Oh, Pippa is nobody's ally but her own, I guess. Oh, this VTuber is just a Nazi. Like, she openly supports alt-right groups. It's pretty ridiculous, LMAO. Damn. Wait, do people unironically think playing the game is transphobic? I thought that was a joke. Edit. Read my other reply before replying the same thing, dumbasses. Edit 2. Actually, why I'm surprised, this is a shitposting sub, LMAO. Carry on then. It may not be transphobic in and of itself, but your money goes towards supporting someone who very blatantly believes that if you give her money, you agree with her ways of thinking. Maybe it isn't true, but every dollar of yours that you put in J.K. Rowling's pocket is a dollar that leads her to believe that she's right. Even if you don't, she believes it, and you can never escape that. Don't worry, the game is totally transphobic. There's a trans character in the game named Sirona Ryan, and in the files she's referred to as Mr. Girl. It's completely on purpose. I never found the proper source of that Mr. Girl thing they're referencing to, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's something they just invented and a lot of people ran with. But you know, I don't know. Check for yourself. I might do a little bit more digging myself. I'm interested in if that's actually true, but I'm very skeptical. Oh, my bad. On one hand, I find Pippa randomly ranting and screaming very funny. On the other, I'm pretty sure that she'd put me in a camp and supported kiwi farms. As a part of me pities here, having heard her talk about being a non-neurotypical country kid in a suburban high school and her health issues, mental and physical, I can see where the appeal of shitty online spaces like 4chan starts for the little angry, frustrated misanthrope who is struggling with other people's hostility and contempt. I ain't excuse her descending into bigotry, but I get how the reactionary propaganda would have got its hooks into the soft, vulnerable brain at an early age and probably ain't never gonna get him out. Both a tragedy and a farce. Oh, well, I'm sorry you think like that. As far as I know, Pippa feels well in her current station in life. From all the streams that I watched, despite her still having plenty of insecurities, this is probably the best time in her life, and she doesn't want it to end, so if that's your take on it, it's probably a take Pippa herself would disagree with. VTubers can only care about one thing: money. Why do all VTubers have the same model with different accessories? It's either minor girl, minor boy, hot woman, or hot man. Well, just went through the spectrum of popular VTubers. What else do they want them to fucking be? I mean, there's models that aren't human at all, so, you know, I don't get it. Like, watch more VTubers before making statements like that. There's a VTuber for anything and everything. Not only that they were all their fans neo-Nazis, Pikame's fans were declaring war and showing gifs of Hitler. Now these fuckers are doing the same shit. Horny people with no imaginations. Anti-conformism isn't better than conformism. In the end, you're still letting the masses dictate your actions. In a lot of cases, there are reasons why it is popular, especially when it's in regards to your safety. Edit. I think you all misunderstood my point. The VTuber is the anti-conformist, blindly doing things to piss someone off, acting like they're better than the masses when they're objectively worse. I mean, if you get enjoyment out of shitting on people that are constantly offended, I think more power to you. You don't let people like that control your life. This person is literally just a conformist. That's all fascists are. They conform to what they think of as strong by agreeing with positions they see as those belonging to strong men. In the end, they're weak little flesh bags like everyone else, but extremely weak characters, derived entirely of their own volition. Yeah, but they're framing it as being against the popular opinion. They're acting like they're thinking out of the box when they're all doing fitting into another box. I think you misunderstood. I'm insulting the VTuber. I mean, people keep talking about the weakness of character, the emotional weakness, but when confronted, I saw a lot more left-leaning people just crumple into a complete mess on the ground, just dropping their spaghetti, melting like styrofoam. So before you call anyone weak-willed, weak-minded, or whatever else, you probably should do a bit of soul-searching on your own and see what kind of character you possess. And this one is particularly responding to a comment that's been deleted, but I'm not sure what it was. It's something about holes, and the Reddit basically showing how hateful they are. I will fill your mom's hole. It's already full. Try another one. Eat my ass, transphobe. That's the only hole you're ever gonna be filling. And that's Reddit for you. I haven't expected much else from them. They provided a big chunk of amusement for a few minutes. This is what I expect Reddit is on a normal basis. That's why on Twitter there's accounts called Good Reddit, because normal Reddit is generally so awful you have to make an exception and make a gimmick account about it, showing the good parts of Reddit, as rare as they may be. I'm quite sure, considering Pippa has been getting a lot of people mad, she's gonna get a different social media platform mad at her sooner or later, and when that happens, I'll be there to cover it. So for right now, hope you enjoyed yourself, and remember to support your favorite VTubers, because these people sure as hell won't. Until next time.